Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. How are you, children? Hope you all are fine, staying at your home and enjoying your studies and your free time. This is our social studies class. Today, we will start the new lesson number 2, page number 4, and the name of the lesson is Land and Water. Our previous lesson, under the Unit 1 Geography, I told you that geography is the relation between the places and the environment where the people live. So first we understood that where is our earth in the space. We find out the place of our earth in the space. Now we are going to start to understand the surface of our earth, how it look like, how it is, and what things we have, what places we have in our world, in our planet earth. So let's start this lesson. The surface of the earth is made up of land and water. As you can see in this picture, this is the picture of the world earth. This green part is the land and blue part is the water. Also in this picture, the orange part is the land part and this all is the water. Now what they are saying, seas and oceans make up almost 2/3 of the earth's surface. Means water is more than the land area. Just like look here, show you here that we have 70% of water and 30% land area. It is in our earth, in our world, this land and water are not divided like this, that one side is land and all other side is water. No, on different areas we have the land part, and then other parts we have oceans and seas. Look here, these are the land areas and oceans and seas is the blue part. Let's understand from this map. This is the map of the world. As you can see here, the land area is divided into 7 continents. To understand the geography, to understand the places, the areas, we divide our earth into 7 parts of land area and 5 oceans. The water area is divided into 5 oceans and the land area divided into 7 continents. Continent Europe. Look, where is Europe? This is Europe, the orange part. All this come under the name continent Europe. Then we have Asia. Here is Asia, the green part. In Asia, we have Saudi Arabia here. This is Saudi Arabia, and we have Pakistan here. This is Europe, this is Asia. Then on number 3, we have Africa. This orange part of land is Africa, Egypt, Sudan, Ethiopia, Morocco, Libya, Nigeria, all these are in Africa. These are the names of different countries which are in Africa. Many more are there. Then we have North America. This yellow part is the North America. Then South America. This light green is South America. And the last, not the last, the 6th one is Oceania or Australia. This part, it is the smallest continent. Then we have Antarctica. This is Antarctica is full of ice. It's too cold there in Antarctica. Okay, children. Now the water area is divided into 5 oceans. Pacific Ocean, this all Pacific Ocean. This and here. Then we have Atlantic Ocean, South Atlantic, North Atlantic, or this Atlantic. Indian Ocean, this area is Indian Ocean. Arctic, here up, this is Arctic. And down here we have Southern Ocean. So our Earth, our world is divided into 7 continents of land area and 5 oceans of. Then we have different seas also. The water part, we have smaller seas which are near here. I will tell you later. Just back to our page and read what we have further. Okay, the land area, the land near the sea is called the coast. And it is usually very low. It is at the same level as the sea. So we say it is at sea level. Look, this bold and purple coast and sea level. What are these? Okay, let's go here. Look. What is the meaning of coast? The land near the sea. Just like these pictures, this land part near the sea is called coast. These are the coastal areas. This is the seashore, and we have, this is called, this all area which is near the sea is called coast. It is usually very low. Low means at the same level. It is at the same level as the sea. Just like this, the land is touching the water. This area is called coastal areas, coast. So we say it is at sea level, same level. Look, here is the sea and here is the land. Sea and land. Then there are the residential areas or commercial areas, buildings, towers, parks, trees, land part and watery part. This is called coast. Okay. Now then read further what they are telling us here. In some places there are high mountains like this. Look how high is it. They can reach a height or altitude of over 8,000 meters above sea level. It means they are so high, 8,000 meters above the sea level. Suppose in Asia, there are high mountains in these areas. So from the sea level, they are 8,000 meters above. Mount Everest, this is MT means the short form of Mount. Mount Everest in Nepal, Nepal is the name of the country in Asia, is the highest mountain in the world. It is 8,848 meters high. Understand? Which is the highest mountain? Mount Everest. Look here. Mountains are higher like this. Look how steep they are. Look the peak of these mountains. So steep. Someone is sitting. Many of you students like to sit near the mountains. Some like seas, oceans, some like rivers, swim in the rivers and ocean, and some like to climb the mountains, right? Am I right? Good. It's a fun climbing the mountain, but not these so high mountains. Look, this is the highest peak, Mount Everest in Nepal. This is the highest mountain in the world. Mount Everest in Nepal is the highest mountain. It is 8,848 meters high. And this is the picture of another highest mountain. This is K2. K2 is the second highest. The highest is Mount Everest, and on the second number we have K2. It is in Pakistan at the border of China. It is 8,611 meters high. Only the difference of almost 200 meters between them. This is Mount Everest, and this is K2. This is in Pakistan, 8,611 meter high. So steep mountains these are, and it's very difficult to climb, but climbers always trying to climb on this. Many of them reaches on K2. Okay, now the next page, page number 5, we will continue our study. Reading we will continue. Look, large areas of water on the earth are called oceans. Large areas of water, oceans. Smaller areas are called seas. Understand the difference? Sea water is salty. It's so salty. Sea water is very salty. Many of you have experienced when you go to swim in the sea, then you have an experience that it's so salty. The river water is not salty, but the sea water is salty. So they are saying the large areas of water are called ocean, look like Pacific Ocean. It's a large area. And the smaller areas are called sea, like this is Arabian Sea near the land. This is Arabian Sea. It is smaller and oceans are larger. Look here. In terms of geography, seas are smaller than the oceans and are usually located where the land and ocean meet. What do you understand by this? This is, suppose this is Indian Ocean, it's big, now it's going up to here near the land, then the name is converted into sea, near the land. Ocean and land meet and we give this name. This is Arabian Sea. Look everywhere here. This is Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal, South China Sea. Near the land is sea, but away the part of water which is very far away from the land and a very large area, it is called ocean. Look, here is no any part of land. Near the land, here's the sea. This is the sea. This is the sea. Mediterranean Sea, Black Sea, Caspian Sea. But this is ocean. Just like I told you in the previous picture, Pacific, Atlantic, Arctic, Indian, and here is the Southern Ocean. Here must be, but the water near the land is sea. Okay? Understand the difference? Larger area of water is called ocean. Smaller area is called sea. Okay, now let's read further. Some parts of the ocean are very deep. There are waves on the surface of the ocean and seas. Look, these are called the waves. The moving water, when the water moves, the surface looks like this, and this is called waves. The water in the sea is always moving about. All of you knew already this, that water in the sea always moving about. Sometimes the waves are very small and sometimes they become high. These movements are called currents. The movement of water in the form of waves is called currents. When there is a storm at sea, the wind causes high and rough waves like this. High and rough waves becomes like this and it's dangerous. When there is, what they are saying, when there is a storm at sea, the wind causes, because of the wind, they causes like high and rough waves and it is so dangerous. So you should not go to the seaside in stormy weather it is dangerous. I know sea attracts everyone, it looks so beautiful, but when the waves are like this in rainy seasons almost, so we must away from the seasides. Be careful. Now, the deepest point in the ocean, as they told you here, some parts of the oceans are very deep. So, the deepest point in the ocean is the Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean. Look, this is Pacific Ocean. This is the part of, they are showing you. These are here, we have the Japan, the land area where we have up is China, then we have Japan, Malaysia, Indonesia. Near there is our deepest point. They searched it and this is this point and they name it Mariana Trench. Okay, children, this is the deepest point. What is the name? Mariana Trench. And it is 11,035 meters deep, or 11,022, almost near. Okay. Now, let's read more. On the land, there are hills and mountains. As we have seen before in the previous pictures, that how mountains are high, and the highest mountain in the world is Mount Everest. But there is a difference between the hills and mountains. Hills are not as high and steep as mountains. Look, these are the mountains. As I told you, they are so steep and high, but hills are not like this. Look the difference. This is mountain, this is hill. I will tell you the difference later after this. Okay, now they are saying the low land between the hills or mountain is called a valley. Like this, look. These are the mountains higher, and you can say these are the hills, green hills. They are not so steep. So the low land like this, look, this, there is a house. So it is in the valley. This area, which is between two mountains or hills, this area is called valley. The low land, look, this is not high. This land is high part and this high, but this is not high. So this is called valley. It is very interesting to live in the valley near the nature. It looks so beautiful. Okay. Okay, I will tell you the difference between the mountains and the hill. Look, let's read. Mountain is a large mass of earth and rock rising above the common level of the earth or adjacent land, usually given by geographers as above 1,000 feet in height. Means 30,048 meters. It's a normal height, you can say. When height is up to this, then this is mountain, like this. Though such masses may still be described as hills in comparison with larger mountains. If the mountains, as you have seen, that the height of the Mount Everest is 8,000. This is mountain, this is hill. Mountains are the source of permanent ice caps. At the peak of the mountains, there is ice, which in turn feed the rivers throughout the year with its water, whereas hills do not have these characteristics. The peaks of the mountains covered with the ice, and when in summer, when the sun sends its heat to these ice, then the water comes down from these mountains into our rivers. Look, here is the river. And this water is very important for our agriculture. country's agriculture depend on this river water, so it's very important. Now see, what are the hills? Hills are easier to climb than mountains. Look like this, someone is climbing. A usually rounded area of land that is higher than the land around it, but that is not as high as a mountain. Look, it's easy to climb and it's rounded area. Hills are comparatively shorter and majority of them are mostly in the range of 1000 to 2000 meters only. Hills do not have sharp elevation like the mountains, as I told you, so steep. They are not steep, they are not sharp. Hills bases are comparatively smaller. Okay, children? Now I hope all of you understood all things which I explained you. Now revise it, things to remember, don't forget, because in the next lecture we will continue this lesson, but you have to remember all these things. Just recall, surface of the earth is made up of 70% of water and 30% of land. You have to remember all these things. 7 continents and 5 oceans and many seas. Large area of water is called ocean. Small area of water is called sea. Now the next thing to remember, land near the sea is called coast. Mount Everest is the highest mountain and K2 is the second highest mountain in the world. Mountains are high and steep, but hills are usually rounded and not so high. They are easy to climb. The last thing what we read is valley is the low land between the hills or mountains. You must remember all these things. Then we will continue this lecture, inshallah, in the next class. Okay, children? Thank you so much. That's all for today.